Have you invited a gang of killers into your house? A gang of ruthless serial killers. If you're eating a typical Western diet, the gang's all here. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, high blood pressure, obesity. The West's #1 gang of killers. Get the gang before they get you. In just 30 days with C.H.I.P, the Coronary Health Improvement Project. Live long and prosper with C.H.I.P. We're going gangbusters.
We don't have a health crisis in this country. We have a lifestyle crisis in this country for health.
Many patients that you can identify, it's their lifestyle. It's at the root of their problems.
Remember, the first sign of many heart attacks, 40%, the first sign is sudden death. There's not much you can do after that.
I first woke up, so to speak, when I was working on the anesthesia service, learning how to put people to sleep. And I was seeing my patients for the next day's surgery for coronary artery bypass surgery in order to bypass clogged arteries in their heart. Because it was late at night, I drew the man's blood test, and when I took the blood to the laboratory and had it processed, I couldn't believe my eyes. Now, normally, this liquid layer floating on top of the blood clot is quite transparent. It's a yellow, but quite clear. You can see right through it. The blood in this patient's tube, however, was anything but clear. The serum floating on his clot was thick and greasy white. It looked like glue. In fact, it stuck to the sides of the blood tube when I shook the tube. I went back to the patient. I said, "Mr. Phillips, did you eat before you came to the hospital tonight?" He said, "Yes." I said, "What did you have?" He said, "I had a cheeseburger and a milkshake." And when he said that, I realized that what I was looking at in his tube was all the fat in the beef burger, all the butter fat in the cheese, and the butter fat in the ice cream and in the milkshake. And all this fat had oozed out into his blood and actually turned his blood fatty. Well, 30, 40, 50 years of keeping your blood very fatty creates changes in the blood vessels that are very dangerous.
Over the years, arteries can become clogged with fatty material. Then a blood clot can form, blocking the blood flow completely. If the artery leads to the heart, the lack of oxygen can cause heart muscle to die. That's a heart attack. If the clogged artery leads to the brain, the patient has a stroke.
The next morning, we took Mr. Phillips to the operating room, and I put him to sleep, and the surgeon opened up his chest. And from these arteries, he began pulling out yellow, greasy deposits of fatty material called atherosclerosis.
Can just 30 days bring a drastic change for the better in your health? A recent article in the American Journal of Cardiology and more than 25,000 C.H.I.P graduates from around the world say yes. C.H.I.P founder Dr. Hans Diehl, a pioneering heart disease researcher at the Pritikin Longevity Center and one of America's leading health authorities, will lead you on an exciting, easy to understand, scientifically validated adventure to discover how, in just 30 days, you can reverse and normalize diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease, reduce your stroke risk factors, normalize your blood pressure, drop blood cholesterol by an average of 20%, decrease your risk of osteoporosis, eat more food, and still lose weight, and enhance the overall quality of your life by making some safe, simple, painless, deliberate lifestyle choices and changes. Safe, simple, just 30 days? Yes.
We can take this concept into the community and enroll 100, 200, 500, 2,000 people. And we can measure the changes in their cholesterol, in their blood pressure, in their diabetes, in their weight, and we can show very, very clearly that the changes are real. For instance, the cholesterol levels on the average drop 15 to 20%. That means that a 15 to 20% drop in cholesterol will reduce the chance of a heart attack by 50%. Think of it. Every percentage point drop in cholesterol will reduce the chance of a heart attack by 3 times that amount. So 20% drop in cholesterol, that's 50%. We can cut the risk of a heart attack in half in 4 weeks with the C.H.I.P program.
I went from 22 pills and 7 or 8 Tylenols a day to 3 pills within 3 months.
My husband's cholesterol went down 50 points after 1 month. My blood pressure improved dramatically.
I lost 21 pounds, my cholesterol went down, my triglycerides went down, and 3 years later, I'm still not experiencing the chest pains that I did then.
And my cholesterol.